Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Tariq Shahzad and today we are going to discuss about nutrition in fungi, that how fungi get its energy or get its nutrition from the environment. And there are four different parts of this question, or four different moods of nutrition in fungi. Fungi may be parasitic, or fungi may be decomposer, fungi may be predator, and it also gets energy through the process of mutualistic association. So there are four different parts of this question. This one is a long question, but this question in exam is written in such a way that no, all four different methods are asked in question. Only one or maximum two different methods of nutrition may be in your question paper. Maybe it is in the form of explain the nutrition in fungi like as a decomposers and parasitic, or decomposers, or parasitic and predator, or only mutualistic association. So this is a very long question. It is not a long question in such a way that you have to write all its four parts, but it is in the form of different part. Say for example, it says that explain only mutualistic association, or even a long question in your exam is also comes in your final exam in such a way that he says that explain only lichen or explain only mycorrhizal in detail. So it is also a sub part of a mood of nutrition. So keep in mind that this whole is not a long question, but its parts are in the form of long question. First of all, there is a general overview that how fungi gets energy. First thing to keep in mind that fungi is heterotroph. It means that it lacks chlorophyll. It is not able to synthesize its foods, but it gets energy from the environment, or gets compound from the environment to get energy by absorbing them. At it lack chlorophyll, it is heterotroph, but it obtain material from their host or from decomposing material by absorbing. It means that it is absorptive heterotroph in mood of nutrition. So first is their introduction. Fungi lack chlorophyll, means there is no chlorophyll in fungi, hence they are heterotroph. And number two, it get energy and carbon from organic matter, and organic matter is dead. Now in this part he says that it get energy and carbon. Energy mean it by breaking the dead organic compounds of plant and animal. Sometime it obtained compounds, and then it break compound in its cytoplasm to obtain energy, number one. And sometime he directly break the compounds that are present in environment and get directly energy from the host, not the compound. Keep in mind that there are two solutions. Number one, he gets compound from environment and break in their cytoplasm and then get energy. This one is in the form of carbon. Carbon mean it obtain compounds, whereas in case of energy it directly break compounds that present in environment and obtain energy from them. So he says two different ways. But the compound from where it get energy is organic matter, and it is a dead organic matter, mean dead and decaying plant body, dead and decaying animal body. From these compounds that are complex in nature, it produce enzyme. These enzymes break them, and then complex compound is converted into simple compounds. Then these simple compounds are absorbed by the fungi. Next, fungi absorb their food, thus they are heterotroph, absorptive heterotroph. It not ingest food like us. For example, in case of mammals or animals, they ingest their food into their digestive system. But in case of fungi, it absorb food from their host. That's why fungi is called as absorptive heterotroph. So there is an MCQs that fungi is heterotroph, absorptive, ingestive, both or none. Fungi are heterotroph. First point is clear that fungi is not autotroph, fungi is heterotroph. But its mode of nutrition is absorptive, means it not ingestive. its mode of nutrition is absorptive. So it is absorptive, not ingestive, not both, none. So all these answers are wrong, but first one, absorptive heterotroph, is right one. So keep in mind, keep in your mind that this one is an also MCQ. Next one are modes of nutrition. So first condition for this questions is to write all these four different methods name. That first of all you have to mention the names of these methods, that your examiner imagine you that you have all that you learn or you study about all these four methods, write their name, then explain one by one. So first is parasitic mode of nutrition, second is predator, third one is mutualistic association. These four are different mechanism of food absorption in fungi. Number one saprotroph, number two parasitic, number three predator, number four mutualistic. And number one, we will explain them one by one. First of all, we will explain saprotroph. Number two, we will explain parasitic mode of nutrition, and in number three, we will explain as predatory mode of nutrition, and number four, we will explain the mutualistic association. That one is lengthy. So first of all, first mode of nutrition is saprotroph. Saprotroph means saprotroph, saprobes, decomposers. These three different names stands for same situation. There are three different names, but they use for same situation, that they act as decomposers. And you know well that decomposers or decomposition is a process in which fungi break down the dead bodies of plant and animal and they get food from them. That process of nutrition in fungi is known as decomposers. For this process, fungi produce enzyme. These enzymes are digestive enzyme or breaking enzyme. These enzymes are secreted to their decomposing plant or decomposing animal bodies, and these enzymes break the bodies of break the complex compound of dead bodies into simple one, and these simple one compounds are absorbed by the special hyphae of the fungi that are known as rhizides. So that is the whole process of fungi act as decomposer. Once again, when fungi act as decomposer, they produce enzyme. These enzymes are secreted to the dead and decaying materials, and these enzymes break the complex compounds into simple one, and these simple one compounds are absorbed by the plant body back to their fungi body to back their body by the special type of fungi, and these fungi are known as rhizides. And rhizides form two functions. Number one, it can attach the fungi to the substratum through which fungi is getting or absorbing its food, and number two, it is also used for the absorption of the food. So these two functions are performed by rhizides of fungi. So first one is saprotrophs, saprobes and decomposers. So saprotrophs, most fungi are saprotroph. This one is an MCQs. Mark in your book that this is a MCQs, that most fungi are saprotroph. Number two, obtain food from dead organic matter. And what is process? Now you have to make small headings that make your questions or answer easy, and it will also cause ease for your examiner to check. So first is first heading, you make a small heading about process, that what is the process of saprotroph, or what is the process of decomposition through which the fungi get their food from their dead organic matter. So process is that fungi produce digestive enzyme, mean that break the dead body of living organism, dead body of organisms, and produce digestive enzyme. These digestive enzymes secreted to dead bodies. These digestive enzymes are secreted to dead bodies that have to broken down, and these dead bodies produce simple compound, mean the dead bodies consist of complex compound. Dead bodies consist of complex compound, and these complex compounds now broken down into simple molecules, and these simple molecules are absorbed back by the fungi with the help of rhizides. When complex compounds of dead animal or plant body are broken down, then these broken compounds are converted now into simple molecules that are absorbed by the body of fungi. Next one is absorbed back by the fungi with the help of rhizides. Rhizides are hyphae. They are made up of special hyphae. So rhizides, and there are two functions of rhizide. This is an also MCQ that the line in your topic is confusing, so you make 2 points there in the words of rhizides, that rhizides attached to the substratum, rhizides attached to the substratum, number 1, and rhizides absorb food, that is number 2. Both these functions are performed by rhizides. Both these functions are performed by rhizide. This one is an MCQ's mark in your book. Next, that was the process of decomposition, that how the decomposition by fungi takes place. That was all about this process. Next one is, what is the importance of this process? Means when fungi are performing the functions of decomposers, then what is importance of this process, or what is the importance of fungi functions as a saprobes? So when they are performing the function of decomposer, they decompose cellulose plus lignin, and we know well that cellulose and lignin are present in the cell wall of the fungi. Cell wall of fungi that consists of cellulose and lignin, it is not decomposed by all bacteria. I mean, there are specific or some type of bacteria that are able to decompose the lignin and cellulose that is present in the cell wall of plant, but cellulose and lignin can easily broken down by fungi. So cellulose and lignin not decomposed by many bacteria, but they are decomposed by fungi. Next one, that one first point. Next one is second point. Major decomposers of biosphere. Fungi are major decomposers of biosphere, cause recycling of calcium, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, phosphorus. They can also use in the recycling of sulfur. So carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen and phosphorus are recycled by bacteria, fungi. And next one is example. Example is not mentioned in your textbook. Example is not mentioned in your textbook, so you have to write this example in your textbook in this topic, that penicillium or penicillium notatum is the example of decomposers fungi. That one part is completed, that how fungi act as decomposers, or the decomposition method of nutrition in the fungi from here saprotroph to penicillium. That one all about saprotrophic or fungi as a decomposers, along with process of decomposition, and number 2 importance of decomposition, and number 3 example of decomposer. So you have to write in this way, better way, that will inshallah help you to get maximum marks. And number 2, parasitic mode of nutrition. Parasitic mode of nutrition, that how fungi obtain food by living parasitically to their host. Means they are decomposer as well as parasitic. So in parasitic or parasitism, or in mode of parasitism, how they get food from their host, we will study in this topic. Some fungi lives parasitically, absorb nutrient directly from their host cell cytoplasm. Some fungi lives parasitically, absorb nutrient directly from their host cytoplasm. This one is an also MCQs. Means that they have special type of hyphae that are known as Hastoria. They penetrate Hastoria to their host living cytoplasm and absorb nutrient from their cytoplasm through Hastoria. This one is an also MCQs. Types is short question. So once again, saprotrophic mode of nutrition only is a short question, whereas parasitic mode of nutrition is also a short question. And next type of fungi as parasite is also a long question, and we know that there are many types of parasite on their mode of life cycle, on their mode of transmission, on their mode of time on which they reside on their host. There are many types of many types of parasite, but here we will discuss only two their types: obligate parasite and facultative parasite. First of all, make sure that what is difference between obligate and facultative. Obligate parasite is a parasite that is obedient only to their host, means they obey their host, they don't like anyone more, or even they cannot grow in artificial culture medium, or we are not able to grow them in laboratory. So the obligate parasite are those parasites that can only live their host. We cannot grow them in artificial culture medium or in laboratory. That is known as obedient parasite or obligate parasite. Number two, facultative parasite. They have facility to grow in anywhere, means they can grow in their host, and as well as they can grow in the artificial culture medium, growth medium, or in laboratory. That is difference between two them. And now we will look from here. Obligate parasite live only on their host, not grown in culture media, means they only live their host. We are not able to culture them in growth media or culture media. And their example are most important MCQs, that example are rust and mildew are example of obligate parasite. And next one is facultative parasite. Facultative parasite live both on host as well as artificial media, means they have ability that we can grow them in artificial culture medium, and if we provide them their host, they can also grow on their host. And example is not written in your textbook. Give example as armillaria. Armillaria is the example of facultative parasite. So this one is an MCQs. Know one thing to clear about Hastoria and rhizide. This Hastoria one is also an MCQs, and in which type this is MCQs. If fungi obtaining food as a saprobes, if fungi obtaining his food as a saprobe, then the part of fungi that used for absorption is rhizide. Once again, in case of decomposers fungi, the part of body that used for absorption is rhizide, whereas in case of parasitic fungi, the part of body that used for the absorption of food is Hastoria. Okay, once again, Hastoria is related to parasitic fungi, whereas rhizide is related to their decomposers fungi. Rhizide provide attachment and absorption, whereas Hastoria is used for absorption. Hastoria in case of parasitic fungi, whereas rhizides in case of decomposers fungi. Okay, so this one you have to keep in your mind. It is also an MCQ. Next and third one is predator. That how fungi get their food as predator. Predator means they cause the death of the prey and then digest them to obtain their food. So in case of predator, there are two different forms. They may be omnivores or they may be carnivores. They may be omnivores or they may be carnivores. In case of omnivores, omnivores mean they are vegetable eaters as well as they are animal eaters. Mean carnivores plus herbivores both collectively called omnivores, that they can eat plant and animal bodies both, so they are omnivores. And in case of carnivores, carnivores only eat animal bodies. So carnivores eat meat, omnivores eat vegetable and meat. Omnivores mean all type of material they can eat. Now we will give example of omnivores and carnivores in this one. First one is omnivores. That what are omnivores? Omnivores, oyster mushroom. Example is Phalarotus ostratus. Omnivore example is oyster mushroom. Now, one point to make at this clear, that in some old textbook there is a mistake that I think he says that Arthrobotrus is omnivore, but it is wrong. Arthrobotrus is not omnivore, that is carnivore, but oyster mushroom is only omnivore. Oyster mushroom is omnivore. In some textbook it is a mistake, but the correct thing is that oyster mushroom is a omnivore. And oyster mushroom Palidotus ostratus paralyze, penetrate, absorb nitrogen from nematode. Nematode is a phylum that has roundworm, mean ascaris, etc. That oyster mushroom to nematode, it nematode paralyze, it penetrate to nematode, it absorb nitrogen from nematode. And glucose requirement by breaking wood, mean it only absorb nitrogen from their prey. In case of nematode, they release poison that paralyze the nematode, and then they penetrate their hyphae and get nitrogen from them. But for carbon requirement, they get carbon from breaking wood, mean carbon or glucose is obtained from wood and nitrogen is obtained from nematode. Last one is carnivores. Carnivores mean they are animal eaters. Azan is being called. Yes. Last one is carnivore. Carnivores mean animal eaters. Arthrobotrus is example of carnivore. Arthrobotrus also feeds on nematode. It how it feeds on nematode? It trap nematode constricting form constricting ring around nematode and invade hyphae into nematode, then digest the body of nematode. Mean first of all, it trap mean catch or trap entangled nematode body, then form constricting ring. It will entangled or form a constricting ring over the nematode body, then invade the hyphae to its body, and then digest the unlucky victim. So that was all about the predator. These are adaptation, different mechanism. For example, here omnivores paralyze, whereas carnivores form constricting rings. But there are many other type of hyphae that secrete sticky substances, and these substances can jam or can block the movement of their prey, and that can start digestion. So there may be different mechanisms for fungi as their decomposer. That was all about the predators. I think you can understand that how you have to solve this question, and if you have any hesitation about this question, then you can also ask me in your comment section. Allah Hafiz.